Hello and welcome back to your favorite military news show. As always, I'm your host Cameron, and you know what? There's been so much negativity in the world lately, and it's really bumming me out. So I have decided today that we are going to talk about some feel-good pieces of recent news, and hopefully this puts us into an awesome mood for the weekend. Let's do it. Starting off with some good old-fashioned American feel-good, hitting real hard, but first, some backstory. Retired Marine Sergeant Tyler Vargas Andrews was a member of the Marine unit deployed to Afghanistan in response to the Kabul airport evacuations. Now, during the chaos, as we all know, a suicide bomber attacked a section of the airport, resulting in a combination of numerous U.S. service members and civilians being killed. Now, Vargas suffered a tragic and serious amount of injuries, leading to the amputation of his right arm underneath the elbow and his entire left leg. Tyler, who is nothing less than a true survivor, has been the spokesperson for the mishandling of the Afghanistan evacuation, resulting in the death of his two closest friends and 11 other U.S. service members. If you aren't following Tyler's story, he has not let his injuries hold him back. He continues to live life as the devil dog he is by going on hikes and still lifting weights in the gym. He is a stud. Now, Tyler purchased himself a freaking sweet 2023 Ford Raptor as a gift to himself for surviving this tragic event. And I know I'm not the first to say it, but he absolutely deserves it. But recently, he was hit by a reckless driver while sitting in traffic, completely totaling the truck and almost claiming his life for the second time in a short period of time. Vargas claims that the truck was the reason he and his partner Victoria, who was also in the vehicle at the time, are still alive. Now, that's built Ford tough. Vargas posted the story on his Instagram page, and thanks to the power of social media, it managed to catch the attention of the North American Product Communications Director from Ford, Mike Levine, who helped pass this up to the chain to the executive chair, Bill Ford. The great-grandson of Henry Ford personally invited Vargas out to the Ford factory in Dearborn, Michigan, to build the Raptor of his dreams and take a tour of the factory. Now, if this doesn't make you feel good inside, you're probably a communist and you shouldn't be watching this channel. American companies giving back to American heroes who sacrificed almost everything for this country. It just makes you real proud to be an American. So, hats off to you, Ford, and enjoy your brand new Raptor R, Tyler. Like I said, you deserve it more than anyone. Think that is all of the feel-good news I have for you? Wrong! Next up, we have a story about an Army soldier who ran into a burning building not once, not twice, but numerous times to save multiple people's lives. And guess what? They weren't even part of the infantry. Cyberspace Defense Warrant Officer Zarah Dimond was sitting in her vehicle when she started to notice the smell of smoke. Soon realizing that the source of the smell wasn't coming from her own vehicle, she ran out of her rental and over to the railing, shouting at the crowd frantically exiting the building, asking if it was on fire. Confirming her suspicion, she jumped over the ledge, over the railing, onto a garbage can and sprinted inside the building without hesitation. Pounding on doors as she went down the hallway, she came across a man stumbling down the path. She grabs him, escorts him out of the building to safety, and then turns around and runs back inside, doing this heroic repetition numerous times and rescuing multiple people. Now, after the event, Dimond, who is also a single mother of 5 children, told the news reporter that the people inside have families too, and that something as simple as going in there to get them out can save a whole life and a whole family from grief. Dimond was recommended for the Soldier's Medal, which is the highest citation an Army soldier can receive for heroic acts during peacetime, and honestly, I hope she gets it. You know, this just warms me up inside, and I'm not saying that because it is a news story about a building fire. Now, the thing about the Army, and I would go as far to say the entire military, is that there happens to be this perception that you only find stories of bravery inside of combat MOSs. But this story is as heroic as it gets outside of combat MOSs. Dimond exemplifies the Army values, and there isn't an infantryman or an SF dude in sight. Kudos to you, Chief. I'm sure your 5 kids see you as Supermom. Okay, the last one, and it may not be as feel-good as the others, but if you are currently in the military and it's that time of year to start typing up those dreaded annual performance evaluations, I think you're going to feel pretty good after you hear what I have to say. So, according to an anonymous Reddit user claiming to be a Navy sailor, you can use ChatGPT to write your performance evaluations. Now, to give some insight to all of you who don't know who are like, what the hell are you talking about, Cameron? Performance evaluations are written documentations that basically show how soldiers are performing. It's kind of self-explanatory, but they are lengthy, they are daunting, and you have to submit them to your superiors for review, and 9 times out of 10, they will get kicked back to you because they didn't like the language you used to describe something, or you put a slash on a date instead of a hyphen because, I don't know, it's just super finicky. But in a nutshell, they suck, and I've never met a soldier, a Navy person, a sailor, a Marine, who's enjoyed doing them and writing them. Until possibly now. ChatGPT has taken over the world, it seems like, making our lives easier and our youth more stupid because they never write anything themselves anymore for school. But if you're in the military, you already finished high school, so you don't have anything to worry about, right? Unless, honestly, the less time you can spend doing admin stuff and getting more time spent on getting good at your job in the military, I see using ChatGPT for evals or admin work as an extremely helpful and good thing. Except if your job is literally to be on the computer, then you probably shouldn't use ChatGPT, and that's self-explanatory. One saying that I picked up when I was in the Army that I still live by is work smarter, not harder. And you bet your ass soldiers are looking for any idea that will allow them to knock out admin tasks as soon as possible. Hell, we used to print out everyone's name on a piece of paper with the same font they use for online training certs, and then we just had the new guys do it, and then everyone else just went over to the copy machine and scanned it with their name over the new guy's name, and boom, they were now certified for hours and hours of training. Not sure you can get away with that anymore, but you get the point. Work smarter, not harder. So hats off to this anonymous sailor, or should I say, hero, because this episode we're talking all about heroes. You get it. Well, that is going to do it for this week's episode of The Debrief, and if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel and be sure to check out our other content like the first formation with Izzy. Like this video, share it with your friends, comment down below what you thought about this week's stories. My name is Cameron Fath, and I will see you all next week on The Debrief.